G'day guys, Rubber Kitty here. So, a question that was posed on one of the media groups that I'm in was, what is kink to you? Now, kink to me seems to be an overarching thing, which is something that I've incorporated in everyday life, and it's not just, as a lot of mainstream people think, just entirely about sex and sexual gratification and abnormalities in sex. I mean, according to I think the ICE, the International Disease, it's a psychological difference or aberration in sexual preferences, when actually it's so much more than that. It's finding people that you share interests with, bringing out the true inner you out into the world, discovering, meeting others with shared interests, and really being yourself. So kink, and one of my fellow kinksters said that quite correctly, that the general consensus that kink is all about sex is flawed. It's about so much more than that, and to be really into it, and into the whole lifestyle thing, it's a decision that a lot of people have to make on themselves, whether they, how far they want to go into their kink, how much they want to have it incorporated into their lives. Because, I mean, like anything else, you make the decision on how much something is going to affect your life and how much you're going to let it steer your life. So, I mean, I quote it to some people who say, like, okay, exactly, Rob, it's about getting into your comfort zone, or getting uncomfortable, or comfortable with your uncomfort, so to speak, because you've grown up for a long time with a lot of these, I wouldn't say misconceptions, but a lot of what people think you should be, and how you should be, and what you should be, and when you should be, and why you should be. I mean, looking at Simon Sinek, finding your why. There doesn't have to be just the one why. There can be many whys. Which why is really you? I mean, do you have to work so much to convince yourself that this is really you, or do you just accept that it's you? Or even if you just accept that it's you, is it because by default you believe that, it's something you feel you should just accept without default? Is it something that you've done all the time? It to me, I admit that, over the 5 years or so that I've been getting into it, and with my partners, that it has been a struggle, because there's a lot of things, a lot of misconceptions about myself that I had, a lot of labels that are put onto me and impressed upon me, or been trying to impress upon me. And the key thing to that is, take those labels, have a look at what they mean. What do they mean to you? And, instead of letting your relationships and labels defining you, you can define your relationships. Should be on my, yes, definitely being the real you, however that is, with the caveat of saying consent and legalities. So if everyone's on the same page as you, and it's perfectly legal, you're not hurting anyone without their consent, then, it's all good. So I would say it's not a very long one this morning. It's cold and rainy, and I mean, for a lot of people, their private lives are their private lives, and the way they live their life may not be in keeping with the norm. There's plenty of female-led relationships, plenty of people, even in the kink world, where people try and impose that, oh no, if you're not full on 24/7 and so into this or that, whatever your kink is, then you're just not doing it right. Which is quite funny, because doing it right means, to them, you need to do it their way, when doing it right for me means that you all agree, you're all happy with what's going on, and you're all having fun. You're living a life, you're expanding your horizons, you're becoming more you. So I would say definitely think about what kink means to you, how you want to visualize it, how your life involved with kink is, whether it's a little or a lot, whether it's occasionally on the weekends, or whether it's just in the bedroom, or whether it's living it 24/7. Okay, think about what kink means to you and how you want to incorporate it in your life. See how it meshes with what you have to do, because there are certain things that you have to do that are unavoidable, like getting kibble. For me, it's getting kibble, so I have to work around that and work around getting up early in the mornings and stuff. So hey James. So anyway, what is kink to you? What does it mean? Is it just a sexual aspect? I mean, there's no problem with that. Your kink could just be the sexual aspect, but it could be so much more. So think about that. Think about the ways that it makes you feel, what you're doing to get in touch with your kink, and you can talk about it with your partners, friends, your network. It's very important to have a good support network. And I hope you guys have an awesome day, because it looks like it's going to keep raining. I'm hoping it doesn't rain all weekend. I'm so looking forward to meeting my other kinksters this weekend. Okay, love you guys. Bye.